I'm Awfulsick, and welcome to a new tutorial. I'm going to be showing you how to make the Shulker box storage system that we use on the Waystone SMP in my survival series. If we were to take a look at it, it makes use of a bunch of comparators, hoppers, and some torches, and I'm going to be modifying this so that you'll have indicator lights above where you press the button. So this should be a fun project. If you guys want to try in your survival world, let's go ahead and get cracking. For this tutorial, I have decided to compact the design a bit. I'm going to be using a 4-module setup. We're going to begin by doing the floor plans and also the first line of hoppers. So let's begin. We'll place a regular block right here along with a block above it and bring this 3 blocks over. Bring 4 more blocks in front of that, put a temporary block here to place a block there and break that temporary block. You should have a formation like this. Let's go ahead and extend this 2 more blocks underneath like this. Putting a dropper onto that block and bringing those over and then breaking those 2 blocks. From here, we're going to go underneath and grab some hoppers and place them into the droppers. And you can hold shift to do that. You can also hold shift to put your comparators on top of the hoppers, and we're going to be putting a line of blocks above those droppers. Now we're going to be placing the other hoppers that go in front of these droppers. So let's go ahead and place a temporary block there and place hoppers into that until you come in front. And all the hoppers should be facing into this block, which is going to be our item elevator to access our shulker boxes. From here, you want to go ahead and place some more comparators onto these hoppers. Before we do continue with this design, I highly recommend that we do some framework to make this a little bit easier on us. Let's go ahead and place a temporary block there and break that, bringing 4 more blocks above that so it's a formation like this with a clear space in the middle, and then add to the back panel by placing a row of blocks like that. And your design should start looking more like a storage system. We're going to be placing more redstone lamps like this, and then we're going to be doing the indication system whether or not something is in that dropper. So let's go ahead and take a block and place it onto our comparator, and you can hold shift to do that. If you don't hold shift, this will happen, so I'm just giving you a heads up on that. And then we're going to take a line of torches like this. We're going to be doing the same above this as well. And then bring a row of blocks onto these torches like this. We're going to be taking a row of torches and placing them on the side of that block instead of on top, and then placing up more rows of blocks. Another set of redstone torches like this, and then we're going to be taking 4 more blocks above our redstone lamps and on the back of them as well, placing in repeaters so that we'll activate the indication light once we drop something in. If we were to perform an example, we could throw this repeater in here and it should indicate that there's something in that dropper. Next up, we are going to be doing the framework. We're going to be placing a block there along with a block there to make a column stretching across our redstone lamps. We're going to be bringing this down and also extending the floor about 6 more blocks. Bringing another column up like this, and then we can connect it to that, and this will be our chest output. And then we could take a slab and put it above that chest along with some blocks underneath and on top. And now we do have a nice little framework for our shulker box storage system. We're very close to being done. We only have 2 more steps to go, so let's go ahead and do the redstone bit along the back side. We're going to be taking a dropper and facing it upwards so that it is in line with our chest, and then putting an additional hopper going into that so it connects up into our line. Now we're going to be putting a comparator here along with a repeater and then some dust, so that it does make a clock going back into our comparator. 2 more additional pieces of dust along with a repeater right here and then a block beside that dropper. Now we're going to be building the item elevator frame, so let's go ahead and take some glass and go around the dropper like this, and also a glass block in the middle. Now I'll do the second layer the same, and the third layer we're going to be making a U like this. Our item output is going to go into this chest with some hoppers like that. Now all we have to do is test it and see if it works. I'm going to be putting a button right on this block so that this is our first item slot. and throw it in a comparator. Now the same would work if you had a shulker box. So we throw that in there and we should see it come to the elevator once we press this button. And it should be coming into our chest so that we can access it and we can always put it back. And of course, to finish off the tutorial, do place the rest of the buttons on these blocks, and I like to put some signs in the background so that you know what you're putting into the slot. So if we were to put our redstone shulker box into this light will indicate something is in there along with the other ones. So let's go ahead and drop those in to see if it does work. All of our lights are on. Let's say that I want to go building. We could go ahead and press this button and that light will go off and that will come up into our chest system so that we can access it and then we can go building. Now, of course, if you wanted to expand on this, you could totally add some more modules, kind of like I did in my survival series. So you can put more of these and it will be more functional with a bunch of different shulker boxes compared to 4. But I think that's going to be it for this tutorial. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and we'll see you in a video later down the road.